We begin tonight with breaking news, the first death from coronavirus here in the United States.
Now more than 60,000 cases. The death toll has climbed over 1,000.
In this country, the number of deaths now more than 10,000, the staggering toll over just 5 weeks.
Tonight we remember the lives lost here in the U.S., the number now topping 50,000.
It is certainly easy to become numb to the numbers, numb to the number of confirmed cases and the rising death toll, but this number, it should give us all pause. 100,000. That is the death toll in this country from COVID-19.
More than 200,000 Americans have now died of COVID-19, the highest death toll of any nation in the world, equivalent to the entire population of Salt Lake City, Utah.
We all mark that painful and sobering number. 500,000 American lives now lost to the coronavirus. Nearly one American dying from COVID every minute for nearly an entire year. Noting more Americans have died in a single year in this pandemic than in World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined. Tonight, a nation mourns.
What's your name?
Chris Burdine. I'm 19 and I'm a sophomore in college. I remember we heard that spring break was starting a week early, I think it was. And I remember we were all super excited. And then none of us knew that that was our last day of high school.
Good evening. It was just a little over 10 days ago we were all shaking our heads at news that Italy was locking down the entire country to stop the spread of COVID-19. Awful, we thought, but it couldn't happen here. Except it slowly is.
I was working at McDonald's. I mean, I didn't need the job, but yeah, I came home like that Saturday, Sunday from work, and Dad was like, "Oh, you're gonna need to quit your job. You need to call your manager. You're quarantined." And I was like, "No." First, like I like wanted to reject. Like I knew like I had to, like I was going to, but I just didn't like it. That weekend I was like excited. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I get to hang out with my friends more now." And then that was just off the books. Like I just can't hang out with anybody anymore because I'm gonna be quarantined. I'm gonna be stuck at home. So it was like a rough like couple days.
Well, I read about it probably in early January. So by March, I told your dad also. I think that's when he said, "You're not going to work, you're not going to school," because I wasn't going anywhere. We talked about it. We already knew that it was spreading, that it was a possibility of a pandemic.
I went to Hawaii, and so like right when I got back from Hawaii is when it started. It was just kind of like, oh, okay, like I don't know. It wasn't that big a deal to me at the time.
At first, it was kind of like a joke thing, which it probably shouldn't have been, but it just kind of started out as like, oh, you hear about the new virus, and then it slowly became like more and more serious. Once they canceled school, that's when we knew it was like legit.
I mean, even like we got to like distance learning, which was a joke pretty much. Like literally just played video games in school.
I don't really know. I feel like it didn't really affect me that much. I guess it was like annoying to not be able to like be in school with like everyone. Yeah, because we had to do online and you would literally just be sitting in your bed with a laptop and that was like school.
Yes, state by state, residents now being ordered to stay indoors. Non-essential businesses told to close.
Reduced access to bars and restaurants to limit to takeout only. This order includes theaters, nail salons, gyms, etc.
Go to the grocery store. I ordered online, picked it up, opened the back of the car, let them put the groceries in. I washed everything. I washed the banana peel, I washed apples, I washed bags of lettuce even, washed it off because they didn't know at that time how it was spread.
So I was working at this little fast food place. Once things started getting pretty bad, they closed down.
Yesterday, the Labor Department said last week's nationwide unemployment claims were up dramatically. Tonight, an even bleaker picture from individual states. Oregon, more than 2,100% in just 2 days.
I didn't get unemployment money. Wish I did. But I was unemployed. I mean, I don't like to say I'm unemployed, but like I quit my job and then I went back to that job. I hated that job, quit that job, went to Target, quit that job, and now I'm at Mod.
And did you go back to your job?
I know, I ended up never even going back.
And that year when I turned 80, your mom and dad came down with big masks on in October even. It was by then calming a little before another big surge. With masks on, they stripped their clothes, threw them in the wash. We didn't hug till they took showers.
I didn't go out to eat for probably half a year or a year, and didn't really go shopping much, just stayed at home. I mean, I didn't mind, I just played video games all day.
I mean, it still hasn't even been normal since then, but
like day to day, yeah, it does. Like I wear masks outside into places, but also that year of quarantine where I didn't see friends. I didn't want to say I lost friends, but I lost friends. Like a lot of people I talked in school then, I just don't talk to anymore. I mean, it was basically 2 years or a year and a half of my high school, being in high school, that it's just gone.
My last normal year of school was 7th grade. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. And now you're a sophomore?
Yeah.
It did help me in some ways. I gotta stay home and I don't know, help me get through hard classes, that's for sure.
All right, changing gears now to our big story is about the crisis driving the push for relief. And the good news is more Oregonians are getting the COVID-19 vaccine every single day. And we learned today more than 20,000 have gotten the dose so far just here in Oregon.
This new report showing Republicans are by far the biggest unvaccinated group in the U.S. It also said that COVID deaths in deep red districts run about, are you ready for this number? 5 times higher than in deep blue districts, mostly because of misinformation.
This is science. It's not my opinion, it's what they tell you to do. The scientists who work on solving big problems.
It's kind of stupid. It's health. It's science. It's just turning facts into oh no, this is gonna make you magnetized. This is gonna do bad stuff to you. And it's probably thousands upon thousands of people across the world that worked on it 24/7, and then to have people rejecting it, it's just it must be annoying, really annoying.
Now it's an epidemic. It will be with us because not enough people got vaccinated. So with 64% vaccinated people, it's not going to eradicate it. So it's going to affect the elderly, and immunocompromised people are going to have to always be careful.
I have no idea how long it will last, honestly. I mean, I hope it ends now, but I doubt that's going to happen. I don't know, I just want it to be over and everything could go back to normal, but then again, I don't know if it's going to go back to completely normal how it was before ever, so we'll see.
I hope we get past this. I think it might be the new norm, to be honest. A new disease comes out, or something big, you know how everyone was 2020, that year was just horrendous, but I feel that's going to just continue. There's just going to be more and more stuff.
When we live in a society with other people, you have to consider other people. You can't just consider yourself. I'm free to do what I want, but that means then you can get me sick and I can get, it's ridiculous.
I don't know, hopefully less than 6 months, but probably not. I don't think COVID's ever going away though, as far as going back to normal. Hopefully pretty soon, but I don't know.